Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you heard correctly. I'm fucking back. It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
You haven't heard from me. Podcast Dad is back in the building as they called me. And I know I wasn't here last week. They gave me some homework to do. You know what I say to homework? I'm not in school anymore. I'm not doing your goddamn homework.
You didn't do the ball homework.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God. All right, you know what? I'm gonna cut it off here.
Excuse me. That's disrespectful.
I'm not in
No.
school. I answer to no one.
We have to fill the listeners in also on the events of Sunday.
Forza.
Unless you live under a rock.
God. Well, I'm sure hopefully you heard.
Right.
That Italy won the Euros.
Yeah, big soccer tournament. Now, the guy whose last name rhymes with the pasta, Rigatoni, was rooting for England.
Have been since I was a young one.
This guy went bananas on Sunday.
I thought he was going to come in here and just punch me.
Yeah.
I wanted to strangle
He was threatening
the two of you.
in the group chat.
It was
The
him.
three
It
of
was
you.
definitely just me.
I was
three of you.
instigating. I didn't have a horse in this race,
No,
but I was instigating.
I had to. I couldn't
Yeah.
help it.
I was so sad. One of my good friends is from England, so we hang out with him and our buddy Jed. Obviously Jed listens. Very sad for him because it was like 2004 Red Sox for like an England fan, kind of like how they didn't have it for so long, and he's been a kid, and it's been like so much hype and nothing happens. So it was really sad for him.
I believe that.
Oh, which didn't help because we're all boozing. So now we're all sad drinking.
Yeah.
And we have audio of you.
Oh,
which
we have
will
audio
now-
and video.
Which will now forever and always be involved in every single video that we put up.
Oh, we're putting it up.
What audio do we have? Of me?
I reached out to a mutual friend that we both have who may or may not have been with you.
There's, I'm sure, a million people who this could be.
Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, can you do me a favor and send me that Instagram story? Because this video's never going to die.
Which one?
Come on!
Oh, yeah.
So now every time we need someone to hit a putt, do something special, we're just going to hear a come on.
Yep.
A true, passionate.
I was excited.
Yeah. I loved it.
You know how in like shows have like at the end, remember like Jimmy Neutron, there'll be like the monkeys like, hi, I'm Paul, like right at the end. At the end of every Scramble episode, it's gonna be come on.
If you can send me that video back, I can definitely just grab the audio.
Oh my God. We
we're needing to do it.
Yeah, we can
it
do
was
that.
amazing. I have a screen recording. I have it sent to me. I was like, I'm never losing this
To be
video.
honest with you, a little hazy on when that occurred.
It was definitely when
England
scored. No.
No. It was
I
definitely like
totally
just a
lied. It
penalty
was
or something, right?
after the first Italian kick was saved, and Italy and England was like, oh my God, we're actually gonna win. And then Rashford just with the
We don't need to put anyone down when they're already down.
Rashford, you did great, except
Especially because
one time
they're getting a lot of bad abuse online, which we don't stand for.
I saw a thing on ESPN saying he's getting such an emotional outpour of support that he could cry.
If you were on the internet Monday, it was not that way.
Okay, I
I
didn't
don't follow any soccer.
Oh, it was
social
bad.
Media.
It was bad.
So I don't know who Rashford is.
He's the guy who
He's a
tried to be
very-
cool and Donnarumma didn't move and he just ripped the post because Donnarumma didn't fall first.
By the way, all right, we got to get back to golf, but the stones on the Italian player who kicked it right down the middle, is that a strategy?
It is.
It's the ballsiest.
It is the ballsiest because you're like, this guy's going to dive. That opens wide open.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
And
dude.
also, he kicked it like not as hard as he could.
No, he
which is the other ballsy part.
Everybody do that.
Oh no, I mean, hey, stick taps all around for the Italian team. That was a sick game, and I'm glad it gave us like a 3-0 game would have stunk. Like I'm glad it like went down to PKs and it was exciting.
It was exciting.
Being at there's a local place here called the Banshee, big soccer bar, jammed. Couldn't have asked for anything better. The only thing better for me and my wallet would have been in England.
That's what we were debating. We're like, how many units did Andy have on England?
A lot.
Oh.
There's a lot of units.
No, what made it worse was that before the game, I had some units on it, and as the Guinness and the Strongbow starts flowing, we start talking.
Oh, and you were drinking the local stuff too. I love it.
I actually really love Guinness and Strongbow and
I
those
love
kind
both
of
of
drinks.
them.
So yeah, but what made it worse was that like you're with a bunch of guys that are like. So I went back and checked the balance. Horrible on Monday morning, an absolutely atrocious Venmo I had to send out. But you could see how many times I doubled down and when. So the first one was like, okay, England scored again, bet them again. that was heavy favorite. So that one hurt me the most.
Yeah.
So when England went up 1-0, me and a few others who will not be named on my account went on in heavy and said England to lift the trophy, which is not like it's not like a minus 0.5. It's like at the end of the day, they win. Yeah, that one hurt. And then when Italy scored, I said, I don't remember. I must have been like, again, because
It's
there's
a
no,
fluke.
yeah, there's no way.
Again.
There's no way.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well,
the wall,
maybe the wall will get padded after the Open. Although you haven't been doing good with English things lately.
No. Except for every game before the final. See, England had won me money, so I don't know if
You don't know. What's the correlation?
like to the final. They like every game that they moved on, it was like thanks. So now then they brought me right back down. But that stunk, everybody. That was an England fan. Unreal game of soccer. We'll let you guys listen to The Linesman, presented by Hedge Better, for all of the stuff there. Yeah, I was a little angry via text. Let's not throw stones. We've all been there. Happy 4th of July, by the way. We haven't been with the listeners since America's birthday.
Yep.
Yeah, we actually hit that.
Fourth.
We
You
hit
guys
that.
nailed it.
Yeah, we hit that.
Yeah.
We hit that holiday.
I think that's our first holiday we've hit in advance.
Yeah.
Is there one next week?
Well, it's called improvement, so.
No, I think we're out of holidays.
Okay,
For
so like
the golf season.
Labor Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, just like we said, go follow the Scramble Podcast on Instagram and Twitter at the Scramble Pod and at the Scramble_pod. Right now, we have a pool up with the Steel and Naz boys.
Mm-hmm.
The link is in our bio. The link is in their bio. We've tweeted it. They've tweeted it. $20 to the Hedge Better Venmo. Winner announced on Sunday after the tournament. Hopefully, if you're smart, you're listening to this right now saying, who am I going to put in my pool? And we're going to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
But first is the Surf and Turf Golf Coast to Coast John Deere recap. Go to surfandturfgolf.com and on Instagram at Surf and Turf Club. They're actually both wearing Surf and Turf hats. Tim, if you're watching on the YouTube channel that I've been told to plug, there you go, Jay. Great stuff. I knew it was a big deal when Max Homa put up an Instagram and he was wearing a Surf and Turf hat.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Really? So I think we probably started that, and he's a listener, so that's pretty cool. Lucas Glover fires a -7 on Sunday to pull away from a crowded leaderboard to win it at 19 under from the John Deere. Many people say the John Deere is like a stepping stone, for bigger things to come, like when Jordan Spieth won the John Deere.
Or Bryson DeChambeau.
Or Bryson DeChambeau won the John Deere. The only thing is that Lucas Glover is already really old.
Yeah, he's like 50 years old.
Back to this old guy thing.
Yeah.
Dude, another older guy.
Yep.
Stu, Phil, the glove.
Lucas.
Did you name? Was that an already thing, or did you name him the glove?
That's
I don't
definitely
know.
a
It
thing.
sounded like it fit, but there's no way that I made that up.
That's definitely a
Well,
thing.
if the glove fits.
Well,
Boom. Let's go. That was good.
His first win on tour in 10 years, 4th overall win. He won the Wells Fargo back in 2011. We were all juniors in high school back then, didn't give a shit about golf, but now we do. He says, I remember that was my biggest takeaway when Tiger won his last Masters, is his kids going to see him as a champ, and that was a goal of his too.
That was cool. I
got
actually
it
liked
done.
that quote.
yeah.
Saw all these other old guys out there getting their W's. Why not give it one last crack?
It's not a young man's game. It's anyone's game.
Yeah.
Lucas Glover, I feel like, is always sort of never in the mix, but never playing that bad.
He's had
Just
a really
always pretty
solid year.
average, right?
Yeah.
He's definitely made his money.
Yeah.
Sebastian Munoz, on the other hand, no stones.
None.
No, there's
Zero.
a couple guys in that field now, but he's
Holy
Climbing
moly.
to
did
no
he
stones.
stop
I feel like we
Sunday.
were high on him for a little bit because he was striking it around.
Yeah, and he's one of those birdie guys who just can go out and hit, a bunch of greens in regulation and nail putts, go 8 under.
you can't recreate the pressure though
No.
of a
No.
Sunday
You can't.
when you
No.
need to hit the shot.
I mean, he was clearly the best golfer on that course from Thursday to Saturday. And I actually surprisingly got to watch a lot of golf, but Sunday he looked terrible. He had a horrible shank. Horrible, like my level shank.
Who among us?
Justin Thomas had
Dude,
a horrible
bad.
shank. Oh my goodness!
And that was not in the John Deere, by the way. That was in the
No,
Scottish
that was in the
Open.
better tournament of the week. But
We'll talk
get
about
to
it in a
that.
second. But the last storyline here, the couple of things to mention that Tim has put down for us is Kevin Na T2.
Yeah.
The shot with the putter was
Was
sick.
nuts.
Yeah, that was cool. Do you practice that? Did he practice that?
I don't even
before?
know if we can describe this to listeners.
It's like
who haven't
really,
seen it.
yeah.
You turn the putter 90 degrees. 90 degrees. So the front of it, 90
part-
degrees to the left. So the front of the putter
The part that would normally
is
be away
aiming
from
at
you.
the ball,
Yeah.
right? And he
chipped
at it. It was ridiculous.
I
From
feel
the
like
rough.
all these pros like
And drained
randomly
it.
can just like do whatever with the club. Like
Yeah.
hit it lefty with the club facing down.
See, would Tim putt with the 3-wood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like where do they get? I mean, they've probably played so much goddamn golf that they've tried everything, right?
Yeah.
But when
They
do you
understand
use the putter
how
like that?
clubs like affect the ball more than we do. Like I just take out a pitching wedge from 100 and whatever, and I hit it. But they're shaping balls like it's
Yeah, like what would you hit? So his problem was that behind his ball was really thick rough, and he was
Right.
like, I can't get anything behind
and
it.
then if he chips it, he has the mistake of going right under it
Yeah.
and it goes nowhere.
So the natural thing is just, let me just turn my
Let me
putter
turn my putter
sideways.
sideways.
Like what would you have done?
I would have used a wedge.
I probably would have grabbed like a 60 and been like, whatever happens,
yeah,
happens.
what happens, happens.
I would have
It is
chipped
what
it, and
is.
then it would have gone in 3 shots later.
Nah, hey, your thing is you're a short game guy. You could probably
I
dial
am a
one in
short
from
game
there.
guy.
You just set a record for yourself.
I
Tim.
did.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about that?
No, because it's not a good score.
Yeah, but it's a personal best.
Tim shot his personal best
Tim
today.
shot
We
his
won't tell you
personal
the
best
numbers.
today. He won't even bring it up.
85. We're getting better.
Yeah, every day.
Improving. Lost 2 balls off the tee too.
So that could
Short
have been
game
low,
guy.
low.
Short game guy.
Could've
Oh my
gone
god.
way low.
I could have. I also I had a birdie opportunity on the last hole, and I ended up with a bogey.
On 18.
Oh no.
No.
Freaked out. I freaked out.
That's a 2-shot swing. That's an 83.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Wow.
Sorry.
Patton Kazire remains on fire. He finishes T11. Is he not playing this week? Because I tried to look for him.
I don't think
believe
so.
As a guy in recent form. Does he not
Tons of
qualify?
good
How does he
finishes,
not?
Though. I don't know. I don't understand how any of this works. Do you know that John Rahm is no longer the world's number 1 and Dustin Johnson is again? How does that work?
from the finish?
Yeah. How does that
Wait a
work?
minute. What?
Yeah.
So they're
There you
gonna.
go.
So him and JT and DJ are gonna keep like
Flip flopping.
flip flopping.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Not for long. Rom will pull away.
Now tell me if I'm saying this guy's name right. Is it Lebioda?
Yes.
Lebiota.
It's
Thank God.
Lebioda.
This guy was the funnest guy I'd say besides Kevin Na to watch this weekend.
Hammer and Hank.
He was hitting every putt that he shot. And
He's
he was
been
putting
on.
wedges close.
He's been on fire.
Yeah, he was awesome.
If you've been betting him for the past 10 weeks, you've been making money like Andy was making money on Team England.
Yep.
Pre-finals.
Until the final. Cam Champ. I think I'm not even gonna
I have
touch on
nothing to
this.
say.
Cam,
Yeah,
I'll
you
say
go
it.
ahead, you
Cam
go ahead.
Champ T11 back? Question mark?
No.
Why?
You posed it as a question. I say
Gained
no.
like 6 and change off the tee, led the field.
That's all he's ever been able to do.
Correct, but other things were good too.
Like?
Such as
Like his attitude.
like his hair. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm not
he
there.
could
I'm not
learn
there yet.
how
I'm not there
to-
yet. I'd love for him to be back. Likable guy.
Dude, like 100 in. Just do that for a while. Forget about the driver because it's always there. It's his motion, I feel like, is so athletic that it's not like
But that's the
handsy
same
enough
with Bryson.
when he
Bryson's
gets
nasty,
inside.
hitting it
It's
wicked far. You
too-
get close, you don't have the touch.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Yeah, that's what I mean. He can't like dial. I don't know.
He's not back.
The thing with Cam Champ is, isn't he?
Oh, he might be.
He's historically one of the worst, like feel players from any shot around the green. Too.
Right, and
Yep.
his putting is also horrible.
It's horrible. I thought it was okay at Louisiana when he
It's
was
been bad recently.
okay.
Yeah.
Been bad.
Well, that's sad. And our guy Cam DB, he's usually straight vibing, and he can't not vibe right now.
Only with the putter.
Thursday,
Ball striking
I
solid.
saw every one of his shots on PGA Tour Live.
Mm-hmm.
He had an opportunity to go like low, and he just couldn't putt. He didn't hit a single distance putt. He
Damn.
kept leaving himself like 4 feet too. So he actually, from
Tee to green,
he
he's
had some
great.
good par saves, but I mean his approach game is his worst attribute by far is around the green, but his approach is he can stick them.
He's pretty good. That'll do it for the John Deere, you guys. The next tournament was Scottish Open.
Way more
So
entertaining.
Oh, this
much
was-
better.
Way more entertaining
Yeah,
than the
yeah.
John Deere.
Except
where I-
like I didn't know the guy who won.
Yeah,
He
And
was
Wu Lee.
on fire. Did you guys watch any of him
No.
on Sunday?
Yeah. No.
Lights out. Lights out.
I
Just
mean,
every shot he needed to hit, he hit. It was crazy. I'm like, who is he's like
Team
he looks
Stones.
like he's 12.
has he ever won before? Is this his
No.
first one?
No, he looks like he's 12 years old. He just comes out of nowhere and he's just ripping approach shots to like 5 feet.
On the hole that he won it on too, he hit it. It was a pretty good shot. He hit it to like 10, 15 feet and just did the walk, like the Tiger walk. He like barely watched it,
electric.
just started walking.
And he's an Aussie.
He was like, I felt pretty good. I'm just
Wait,
gonna
he's
walk.
not South Korean?
No, he's an Aussie. He's added to the Aussie army here.
That was just me reading his name. Yeah, see, that's how much I don't know.
No, he was very that turn. There was a point
in the Olympics.
No, no, Cam Smith, Mark Leishman. But that tournament, like we have it here, that Matt Fitz and Thomas Detry were in the playoff. But there was a point where there was 7 guys tied at 15 under. Anyone could have won.
Great tournament.
I know. From what I was reading, it was like this might be like a 2-group playoff.
It was very close to being that. Like
he won it on the first playoff hole too.
Yeah. Poulter played well.
Poulter played really well. He also gave an awesome interview. Like they walked with him like during the round, and they were just asking him about his kid, and he's like, "Yeah, my kid's pretty nasty." Like it was pretty cool. He's just like, "Yeah, he's gonna be real good at golf. He's in the gym all the time, hitting shots." Like I'm like, "Oh, okay." He might play with his kid. I feel like his kid could make it on tour while he's still playing.
Has that ever happened?
I don't know.
That'd be a good little tidbit if we knew that.
That's a good question.
Like a father.
It happens in every sport.
Does he wear the same pants as his dad? Do you think?
God, the old.
I hope
the
not.
plaid.
I hope not.
Who's the other
Frosted
guy?
tips. You got frosted tips
from the tree. Davis Love and Drew Love played in the RSM Classic most recently.
Okay.
Davis Love III, and then Jay Haas and Bill Haas.
Oh, okay.
Wait, that's actually pretty impressive. Like, hey, Dad just kicked your ass, just made $100,000 more than you did, you bum.
I mean, if Stu Sink's son could figure it out, he could play with Stu.
Yeah. I would love.
Stu better never take him
Tiger's
off
kid.
the bag. Holy shit.
Some other guys in the field that played well. We talked about Poulter, Ryan Palmer, friend of the show, John Rahm, JT, Xander, Scotty Scheffler won a round on Saturday.
Yeah. Yes.
Bobby Mack, Cam's guy, Sammy Burns, Tommy Fleetwood, Willie Z, and everyone's favorite Italian.
Guido. He's nasty.
He actually
He's a
is
lock.
nasty. And you know what? And we're going to talk about it when we get into bets.
He's a top 40
But
lock.
I am-
Ever since I introduced him to the show, he's covered top 40.
I think his golf game is suited by Royal St. George.
I do too. And you, I'm with Andy. You're going to see it. You're going to see him in my betting card.
It's unbelievable.
How do you not? I'm not on the Guido train.
No, I am on the Guido train, but your passion for this guy is unmatched.
I had to pick a guy.
Yeah, he did.
It's almost, but then, so now we talk about him, and I'm like, well, now I'm curious. You do some homework on the guy.
Yeah.
He's got it.
He's
He's got
really
it.
good.
He's got it.
Yeah.
He's nasty and also just happens to have an outrageous name.
Yeah. He's fucking awesome. Man.
Gabagool Migliosi.
And the freaking PGA Tour made him eat pizza on camera.
Unbelievable.
And he was all for it.
Yeah.
Give me some za.
People ate it up.
Unbelievable. That'll do it for our Surf and Turf recaps, you guys. Not a lot to go over. We're more excited about the week to come, but we do have some general golf stuff, and it's everybody's favorite loser.
Brian Ziegler?
I don't even want to talk about it. No, Brian Ziegler
All
seems
right,
fine.
Bryson has a new caddy. His name is Brian Ziegler. And this was pretty fun. Like any 8th grader would do, they announced it by jumping in a pool fully clothed with a bag of golf clubs.
Dude, I think I did that like in 7th grade to like
Yeah.
impress like a bunch of girls I went to school with or something.
Off the diving board.
Yeah.
Do a jackknife.
You're like, I'm so cool. I'm going to jump in my clothes. I
Yeah.
don't even care.
Was that worse than him getting on the helicopter with the fist pump? Like, no, the combo.
Oh,
like
my
he's
God.
throwing the 1-2.
God forbid he ever gets in a street fight.
He's fucked.
Holy shit, is he going to fall hard?
Okay, I will. This is completely.
was
This is
so
completely,
ridiculous.
completely. It's on topic, but it's not related to golf. Tyler Hero is the only person he could beat in a fight.
Tyler Hero.
Tyler Harrow. They put up a video of him boxing, and his arms are just flailing around.
Yeah.
You could murder him. Bryson is. Bryson could beat him in a fight. That's about it.
Yeah, but Tyler Harrow has a song from Jack Harlow.
Bryson could probably beat Jack Harlow up too. Both of them at the same time.
Dude, I watched the video in rage.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's my new partner.
Again, it's the yes men. Yeah. It's the yes men in the DeChambeau camp. Like, dude, we should like do something cool.
Yeah.
Like, you should jump in the pool. Wicked cool. Oh, we should do it with our clothes on.
That's a big yikes.
It was a bad
Who
look.
okayed that?
Dude, he needs to hire a PR person.
I think you said
Hire
it best.
me, dude. I'll do it like $200 a week.
You said it best. He might be the least self-aware
no
person.
self-awareness at all.
Well, it's because no one in his camp is helping him out.
None.
Everyone's like, yeah, you're doing, like you said, yeah, you're doing great. He has no idea. No, everyone's telling him he's doing great.
It's unbelievable.
Bad friends.
Yeah.
Bad friends.
Imagine like they come home, they probably are all Brooks guys, and they like, he's like, can you believe what Brooks did? And they're like, yeah.
If you came home,
This is a
and
long
showed
con
me
for
that,
Brooks.
just like, hey, this is how we're announcing Brian. I would be speechless. I would say, Cam, delete this from your phone. Don't show anyone.
Like, dude, don't.
Bury this.
Don't.
Just delete.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we're talking about it. You're at home. Just look up the video. We don't even do it justice how stupid it is. But him and his caddy Tim Tucker part ways on the eve of the first round of the Rocket Mortgage.
Yeah.
And I was listening to the Golf Subpar podcast, which I highly recommend to everybody. It has Drew Stoles and the Sleaze on it. Two guys that are on TV on CBS Sports and NBC. And they're talking about Tim Tucker, and they're saying he actually did a lot more for Bryson than people realized. That he was more part of the Bryson DeChambeau wins and success than I think the population thinks. I think the people think Bryson's this mad scientist. He does all these calculations. When you grow up with the caddy into the tour, that's a bond, that's a relationship. There's a trust there.
Yeah.
Especially with a guy that cares so much about numbers, about wind, about dew on his ball.
Yeah.
Imagine he asked the guy to stand there and spray his golf balls on the range.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, like the hours he puts into, which is a compliment to Bryson. Like he might be the hardest working person on tour.
Yes.
That energy is not directed correctly, in my opinion, but he is. And like for like Tim Tucker, like not the most in shape guy, like whatever. He's just exhausted. I bet he's up at 5 o'clock in the morning, then Bryson's hitting drives till 11 o'clock at night.
Till the range is dark.
Yeah.
His back is going to be so bad.
And then just the frustration of like.
So it begs the question. We're all thinking it. What? You don't go to a tournament and play 2 practice rounds and then decide to not carry. Like,
yeah, no, there was a falling out.
Something's there and it hasn't come out yet. And God damn it, do I want it?
I think it was, I don't know if it was golf.com or Golf Digest. One of them had an article that said it was a mutual parting of ways, which I don't believe. But
bullshit.
That's what was reported.
Their stories were too like generic for it to be like they had a falling out and they were both like, all right, this is what we're gonna say to the press, but fuck you.
So on that subpar episode, Drew talks about how he ran into Tim Tucker on Tuesday, and Tim said, "You got to have me on your podcast, man. I got a lot to talk about." And he said, "Oh, okay." So they had a couple beers. Saw him on Wednesday afternoon before this broke. Tim went up to him and he said, "You got to get me on the podcast, like right now." And he was like, "We're not prepared for this. I'm working. I work for CBS and all stuff." He's like, "All right, well, you're gonna want me on very soon." And then the news breaks that night.
Oh.
He goes, "I got a lot to say."
What a scoop they missed out on.
Dude, I mean, they're gonna
is he
get
just
it.
gonna just spill the tea?
I need the tea. Need it.
All over himself? He's just gonna spill it everywhere.
Especially if it reveals something about Bryson that like actually isn't likable.
He's got a poster of Brooks in his bedroom.
How much worse can it get?
Okay, but we make fun of him because he's like a dweeb, right? But what if he's an actual asshole?
No, I think he is an actual asshole for sure.
You think already?
Oh, definitely.
I can't tell. I don't know. What do you think?
Definitely.
I think he might be.
You genuinely think he might be a dick?
I think he might be a dick by nature, not even on purpose.
I think that he is so focused on his goal that
you know what I mean?
just
Like, he doesn't mean to be a dick. It's just how he naturally is.
Like something happened when he was a kid,
Yeah.
or like his upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't even think it's that. I think
do.
he's so focused on being the best player on tour that like he's got no time to be a real human being.
Yeah, and now the next part of this is, do you think he has any success going forward? Because I don't. I think it'll be hard to get it. For losing a caddy that really helps you, that knows what you need, that gives you the numbers, gives you the wind, the this, the that. I don't see, a guy you jump into the pool with your clothes on figuring that out in 2 weeks.
I almost
He
think
was a
this
speed
helps him.
coach.
Okay. I've watched the videos. They just are in a garage smashing golf balls.
Yeah.
But-
We all watched them.
Now you don't have Tim to rely on, so you're just out there like I think hitting the best shots you can. So there was a clip, I think it was either Thursday or Friday after Tim quit, and he basically like pulled the wood out of his bag. He's like, "I'm just gonna swing this," and he puts it on the green for an eagle putt. So I think in that sense,
So you're saying maybe this could go to like
he's
maybe
an overthinker.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
having Tim there, they're having discussions about, like you said, all sorts of bullshit, talking too much about the win, whatever. But now he's going to have to go up there and hit. Like, this guy isn't the wealth of knowledge that Tim is.
No.
And he doesn't know Bryson in that way. So I think for the next few weeks, Bryson's going to be acting more from like instinct than anything.
And I believe that there was a short list of caddies too.
Yeah.
Guys, big names that have caddied for bigger names on tour. I think it came down to like 3 or 4 was the tweets that I was reading on the internets. And he ultimately goes with his buddy. So that's another thing to think about. He goes with a friend. It's in a close circle. He doesn't go with a professional in the field. sort of maybe afraid of a guy coming in there being like, "What are you doing?" Like,
someone else's opinion.
Someone else's opinion.
Yep.
So that's again feeds into the yes man thing. We could beat the dead horse all day. However, he does come out and say, "I'm trying to be better at dealing with controversy and when things don't go his way." That was in a quote in an interview he did. Maybe the first like genuinely like decent thing he's ever said.
No, but I really think that's part of it. Like he is so obsessed in he doesn't think about his actions or his just. He's got his eyes on the prize.
I think you should be the new Tim for Bryson.
Yeah.
Me?
You should just Photoshop Tim's face in
Tim.
every picture with Tim.
Oh, we wouldn't get along.
Oh yeah. I don't think so.
You think I'm jumping in that pool?
You never know.
So obviously
for the money he's getting paid, I would absolutely jump in that pool.
Oh, I mean, Tim Tucker made
whatever he told
millions from
If Bryson DeChambeau called you tomorrow and said, "Will you caddy for me for the Open?" You would say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Get on a plane. Yeah, hurry up.
Thanks for the hire, Brooksy.
The other, so we'll get into that now. It's the Open. There's a big media days today. Tuesday's a big media day before they all place their 9-hole and sort of do their routines on Wednesday. And obviously, every single reporter. I watched the Golf Channel for a little bit today. Every reporter is just asking the two of them about the other. Yeah. No one has anything else to talk about. And someone brings up to Brooks, "Hey, it's likely that you guys will play in the Ryder Cup together," which it is. And he says he can deal with anyone in the world for a week.
It's awesome. Such a
which
Brooks
is
answer.
so sick. Yeah, that'd be like, hey, the guy that always makes fun of you, and you guys have a feud. Like, what's it gonna be like? I don't give a shit, man. I can hang out with anyone for a week.
Yeah.
Do you think that would bring them together?
Yep.
If they do well?
I hope so.
No. Okay. Like, did we just become best friends?
So
type of moment?
Bryson said that in his interview today. In his press, he had like an hour-long presser or a 40-minute presser, and someone said, "What do you think?" I think I have the quote.
Did you see that somebody called him Brooks by accident?
Oh yeah. A reporter, a British one, by the way. I don't think he meant to.
Hello, Brooks.
He was like, "Brooks," and he just went with the question. Yeah. So it was like wasn't enough time for people to be like, "Whoa."
Oh.
Well, you looked this up. Did you guys also see the reporter who asked Bryson about his lack of 4 calls? And Bryson just goes, "I don't know what you're talking about. I always call 4."
Dude.
There's like well-documented things on the internet.
Lying.
Yeah. And he's getting roasted on Twitter. I almost feel bad for him at this point.
No, you don't. Today, today Brooks said, "I'm not playing with him. I'm pretty sure we're not going to be paired together. Put it that way." And Bryson, loser, says, I think it would actually be kind of funny, and we'd do well, to be honest."
They honestly probably would do well.
No, they both kind of have the same attributes. I don't know if they would.
What's the do they do? I've never watched Ryder Cup, honestly. What is the format?
2-on-2.
Yeah, I know, but is it like alternate shot or just like best
There's a bunch
ball?
of different formats. Yeah.
Them playing alternate shot. Bryson hits one 350 into God knows
Brooks
where
goes,
off the
"Thanks,
tee.
man. Now I got to hit it out of here."
How many just left, like high fives will he be left hanging with?
So there's 2 days of
I can picture that.
That's what I've been trying to picture. Like Bryson be like, "Yeah, good shot, Brooksy." And he's just not looking at him.
There's 4 days of 2 different and then there's some 9 formats where they do morning and night. I mean, sorry, 18-hole formats where there's like a morning.
Yeah,
go
it's
out
almost sort of like the Zurich.
It's a lot of golf, yeah.
But not.
I'm pumped for that. This is gonna be my first Ryder Cup that I really watch.
But yeah, most of the interview, Brooks explains the feud, which they just talked about. How Brooks says, "Hey, I called him out on his slow play, and then we had a conversation, and then Bryson went back on that, calling him out in the media without saying his name." So then Brooks says, "Well, now I don't give a shit about him." And to that I say, this guy fucks.
He does.
Yeah.
He's just a bad boy of golf.
I love him, dude. To put that to bed here, Jim Furyk wins wire to wire the senior U.S. Open.
He almost blew it on Sunday. He started off bogey, double bogey, and then just righted the ship out of nowhere.
Jim Furyk seems like just
that's his first senior tour win.
Mr. 58.
Yeah.
It's his first senior tour win. Good for him.
Awesome.
Him and Steve Stricker should just be playing on the regular tour.
Mm-hmm.
They probably still could. Jim Furyk still definitely could.
Stevie's made a ton of money on the senior tour this year, and their purses are like not even half.
Phil would win every tournament.
I know.
On the senior tour.
I was actually looking this up. Steve Stricker is leading it, and he's won like $2.5 million this year. That's not bad.
Pretty good
for a retired guy.
For Captain America.
Yeah.
Xander Schauffele got married a week or 2 ago. I think we didn't say anything about it, but the video that they put out today of him hitting out of the pot bunker. Did you guys catch this?
Yes.
And if you're a golf guy and you are obsessed with getting better, watching videos, how things are going to help you, go watch that video and try not to have a throbbing erection.
It's impossible.
It's insane.
Dude, he's standing in a bunker that's taller than him.
Yeah.
It's just taller than him.
Dude, he's like,
this is how I get out of this.
He's like, I got an M grind. I'm gonna open up the face here. I like to dig my feet in, see how hard the sand is. And he's like talking about things I would never even think about.
Very helpful.
I watched it like 4 times. I was like, this is the best video ever.
So smooth too.
Oh,
Every one of
God,
those
he's
shots out
so
of the bunker
smooth.
was so smooth.
The breakthrough is so close. So close.
It's this week.
This might be the tweet.
This week.
Might be the tweet.
ESPN re-aired the Ricky Fowler commercials. The This Is Sports Center.
Awesome.
You ever see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
He walks into the coffee room. He pours the orange juice in the coffee. He's like, this milk's bad.
Those, by the way,
Those need to come back.
Sports Center itself has gone so downhill. That was the peak of Sports Center's existence. Those commercials, the one with Spieth is like got a bowl of I don't even know what, mac and cheese.
Yeah.
And Greller's behind him. He's like, let's try the spoon. I'll take the fork. And then who is it? Scott is at like the utensil thing,
Yeah.
like switching. Like, oh my God.
Dude, they got like Ovechkin and Brizgalov in like the copy room. And they're like, being like, what did he say? And they're speaking Russian. Oh,
Ortiz
those
with the Yankees
commercials
hat.
all of them were
best.
great. Too bad Sports Center isn't that great.
That's
now.
the best one.
Yeah, Ortiz with the Yankees hat.
Yeah.
That's a good
And
one.
Wally walks in.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, what? He's pissed.
Dude, or actually golf related, when there's like a crowd of people around Arnold Palmer doing the lemonade, the lemonade in the iced
my
tea,
God.
and all like Stu Scott, Scott Van Pelt, they're like, oh my God.
Grateful. Grateful.
TBT.
God. So this is the last thing we'll talk about before we get into the Open today. It was making the rounds on, I know I follow a lot of like the Corn Ferry stuff. I don't know if you guys caught this.
I did not.
Oh, so a picture surfaced on Twitter about the rules of the last week's Corn Ferry Tour event, which were this: dress smartly, portray favorable impression of the PGA, jeans, training shoes, visible tattoos, unkempt long hair are not acceptable, as well as unkempt facial hair and jewelry.
Did the
Would
Queen
Tom-
write these?
Yeah, would
It's-
Tommy Fleetwood be allowed to play in it?
Literally, so one of the guys playing quoted it, and he's like, at, the USGA, he's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I got arm tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
And
is
then
wild.
The event immediately, like, it was literally like a minute off. It was like, oh, we're really sorry. We don't know why those are on our event website still. Like, that's from like the mid 1900s. Like, haha.
Someone let that one
well,
slip.
who uploaded it?
Yeah, that's
the
what I'm
internet
saying.
wasn't here in the mid 1900s.
But also, like, just sort of bring the game, like, to where it is now. Like, kind of funny how golf was such like a rich to do sort of snobby thing back in the day.
Well, we're gonna get into it. We're playing at a Royal course. The
playing-
one rule at the Royal course: you can't show your legs at all. It could be 100 degrees, no legs shown.
So is that why the baggy pant with the sock was
Yes.
popular? Because it was a little more breathable than a pant?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. My dad was over there playing, and he had shorts on at one of the courses. They just sprinted out of the clubhouse and just gave him knee-high socks.
Wait a minute, that's still a thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, like they
Oh.
can't wear shorts in this term. Like even if it's like wicked nice out, they got to wear pants.
So did you see the picture of Phil in the shorts?
Yeah, that was
They're
like,
like, wow, Phil doesn't care.
that
for
was
the rules.
blatantly disrespectful to the
Yeah.
court. Like the people in the clubhouse were freaking out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who is this dirty American over here with an untucked shirt and shorts?
God, I might have to take Phil now. That's kind of a badass move.
It's a huge move. This is just disrespecting.
He's
me.
gone full like old guy who doesn't care what he says, and you're like, oh, it's just old Larry.
Because he
That's
knows
who
no
he
one's
is
gonna
on
say who's
PGA
gonna say
Tour.
something to Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, nobody.
And should we talk about the match briefly?
Oh yes.
Ugh, fuck.
Tom
Lost a ton of money on that.
I know, I did too.
Stunk.
What the fuck,
Dude, Tom
You hit
couldn't
one
play.
cool drive. You hit one cool drive, and then it's just shanks.
dude? Also, though, Aaron Rodgers, holy shit,
He's very
was he
good.
nasty.
He's nasty.
He's very good at
Yeah.
golf.
I got
like
scared. I think we
nasty.
talked about it in our group. Like when TaylorMade put up videos of him swinging, I was like,
Yeah.
he's got a stroke.
Yeah, he's a legit. Like I think you sent us the thing. It was like Tom's a 9 and he's a 4.
Yeah.
Aaron is a 4. Tom is not a 9.
That's
Did you see?
his list of scores. That's what I said.
Yeah,
He's like
Thomas,
shooting like 90 and
90s.
88.
But
I'm
see,
like,
he's got to be playing like 145 sloped
I
courses,
know,
though,
I
right?
know.
He's
Yeah,
got to be playing these. Yeah, but Aaron is a 4. Aaron is a 4. He could be.
He played.
He's
he
going to be
outplayed
scratched in,
Tom,
like, 3
and
years.
Phil did not outplay Bryson. They
It was a murder.
that sucked.
They
It
hung in
sucked.
there in the beginning because they make it at least semi.
Phil came out the gate really well, I think, and then they just
No, it wasn't fit. Aaron and Tom were so lopsided.
yeah.
It was an unfair match.
Yeah, the alternate shot stuff. You can see Brady lining up over the ball that Phil has put in the fairway, and and Aaron Rodgers is 50 yards ahead of him. But I'm like, I have no confidence that Tom can even hit a green here.
Yeah.
No, and I noticed after the first one, like Phil was very helpful.
Yeah.
He'll be like, all right,
Very.
Tom, this is what you want to do. Towards the end of this one, he was just like, I don't know, just Hit it over
Put
there.
something up there.
He said, just don't suck.
We lost.
Dude. So yeah, the match. I bet on Tom and Phil a while ago because I liked the odds. It was like plus 160. I think I got them at.
Yeah.
That stunk.
I was so confident that they were going to win.
They didn't hold it up.
For no real objective
Really
reason.
cool course. Like really cool course.
Unbelievable course.
Yeah, you must have been loving it.
I was freaking out. Bears, foxes, and wolves
They were
running around.
hitting balls like 500 yards because you're in the middle of the mountains.
That's 700 yard. They're like, all right, here's the money shot, 500-yard drive, and they all would have had that.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I would just, with no context, you just come home. Hey, just knocked one out there today at 520.
I get that way when I hit it like 285. That'll do it. Now,
All right.
we present to you.
The 149th Open Championship. I feel like that was pretty good.
really.
By the way,
say something.
I don't know. We didn't write this down, but if you have a stick up your ass about the British Open or the Open, it's fucking both. It doesn't matter. Call it the British Open if you want.
I like the Open more.
No, I know, me too. But I'm saying people are like, well, call it by the right name. It was the British Open until fucking not that long ago.
Yeah, it was always the Open. If you're over there, it's the Open.
Right.
Which is where they're playing.
Is it always hosted in England?
No, it was
Ireland.
always in Scotland.
Scotland, England,
And
Ireland,
then
Northern
this was
Ireland.
the first. We'll get into it. This is the first time. This was the first course they ever played not in Scotland for the Open. Whoa. Yeah. All right. So getting into it, we're playing at Royal St. George's Golf Club, Sandwich in Kent, England. It's the 15th time it's going to be hosted at Royal St. George. Like I said, it was the first course outside of Scotland to host it, which is actually sort of a big deal, or was a big deal at the time. No longer really a big deal, but it was when it first happened. The course was founded in 1887 by Dr. William Laidlaw Purves, and he wanted it to be a rival of St. Andrews in the south of England. I was listening to, I forget, the Fried Egg. Have you heard of that podcast?
Oh, yeah.
I was listening to them, and they referenced this article, which was actually really cool. It's a Victorian style golf course, which they just don't make anymore. But the principles that he laid out for like what he wants his golf course to be is just treacherous. Like I'll just read a couple of them. The first one is having obtained a large plan showing the boundaries of the ground on which the proposed course is to be made. All the places suitable for natural putting greens marked with flags of one color and less suitable with flags of another color. Just stupid.
This pin sucks. It's blue.
This pin sucks. It's blue. Exactly. Yeah, dude. And it
Imagine the line on the fairway being like, damn it, it's blue.
Oh, fuck.
yeah. Holes should be one or more drives in length so that any badly driven ball prevents the player from reaching the green in the same number of strokes as the player who had driven it well. So literally, if you hit a bad drive, you're not allowed to get to the green in two, was basically his theory. Where the length cannot be obtained, any badly played tee shot should meet a hazard, which will have the same effect.
Jesus.
So, like, if you're not a long hitter, like, sucks because I'm going to put a bunker right in the middle of the fairway and you're screwed because it's a pot bunker. It's ridiculous. Safe lies should be obtainable by all classes of drivers, but all should have hazards to negotiate to obtain these lies.
Jesus.
Like,
So that
relax.
says
he's just trying to
Relax,
he's trying to murder people with the golf course, dude. But, like, okay, but he's fair. When any hazard is carried, a good lie should be obtained.
so right
move your
after
ball.
every
So
bunker.
if you can clear
yeah.
it, you're fine for like a little bit.
Oh.
But there will be more
way over my
hazards
head.
over the green.
Yep.
To get on the green.
How about 12?
There should be a bunker. Yeah, there should be a bunker in front of every green, which cannot be avoided without loss of distance and risk. Like his legit design is to make this course treacherous. Like this was one of the first courses that had cross hazards, which are just like tons of bunkers throughout the middle of the fairway. Like that wasn't a normal design, but he was just plopping holes all over the place.
So this guy was mad that St. Andrews was hard. He was like, I'm going to make one harder.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, it pretty much is. And then the last one I'll say is a typical hole is one having a hazard from the tee, requiring a fair shot to carry it, a hazard for the shot through the green, the carrying of which hazard makes the player and a drive into the putting green carrying the hazard in front of it, where of these each shots is played properly, a good lie should be obtained. So basically, if you hit a good drive and you hit a good approach, you can putt.
Hit good shots are
Yeah. So
not too bad.
they redid this course over a lot and just removed a vast majority of these bunkers because
made it easier.
yeah, well, not like super easy, but they like got rid of like the 6 that were just in the middle of the fairway for no reason. And like the fifth hole is a par 3. It was like it's the Himalaya bunker. It's straight up 40 feet in the air. The original tee box was like way pushed back so that you had to you couldn't see where you were hitting it. You had to hit over this gigantic mountain. And then on the back of it was just another huge bunker and another bunker on the back of the green. They just completely moved the tee box so you don't have to go near any of that.
That's nice.
So that sounds like sand, maybe green.
Yeah, and the greens like 2-tiered, just completely undulating. It was a ridiculous hole. It's called I forget the name of it, but it's named after a ancient English torture device.
Oh, that's good.
I can't remember the name, but it is. That's what it's named after.
It's called the European Championship.
Yeah, okay, but also, I thought this was pretty cool. The first ball that Tiger Woods ever lost was at Royal St. George.
On the tour.
On tour.
Wait,
the first ball he lost as a professional was at this tournament.
Whoa.
Which makes me believe that this is like late in the season. Like he played a whole
all year.
season without losing a single golf ball. And it was like he hit it into the fescue and there was like 50 people looking for his ball and they just couldn't find it. He ended up double bogeying that hole and still finished T4.
I mean, Bryson's gonna lose 16 balls.
Probably. There's no safety. If you don't hit it, like that's what Purvis said. If you hit a good drive, you're fine. But if you hit a bad drive, you will be punished. There will be no coming back from it. It's like I love that this guy is doing this for this course.
This guy's a sicko.
Yeah. Also, Sir Ian Fleming. Do either of you know who that is?
No.
I mean, you can read it, Tim, but that doesn't count. He wrote the Bond. He wrote the Bond series.
Yeah.
He's the creator of James Bond, and this was his home course. So he mentions this course a ton throughout the Bond series. The biggest one being there was a $10,000 match between Bond and Goldfinger played on this course, and like it's kind of like I like read some of it, like it's like deeply like descriptive of the course, this exact course.
All right.
Goldfinger cheated multiple times.
Yep.
But to no avail. Bond with the sleight of hand at the end, switch balls. Bond did the classic, like when your buddy's not looking, just drop a ball. Be like, oh, it's right here. That's what he did. He got the win.
Sean Connery, James Bond.
Yeah.
By the way, Sean Connery is. I had a big argument about the hierarchy of James Bonds.
Oh, well, let's get into this. Go.
Connery's number 2.
Who's one?
Daniel Craig is.
I love Daniel Craig.
Objectively speaking,
I don't think
the
Sean
worst
Connery's,
is Roger Moore.
He's by far the worst one.
I don't think Sean Connery is 2. I think Pierce Brosnan is 2.
Oh yeah, I'd say
you guys are.
No, I go Craig.
You guys
I go Craig,
Camp.
Pierce.
No.
Losers.
Stop it.
No,
Justin?
you're wrong. I've seen Daniel
Jay.
Craig, Sean Connery, everybody else.
No.
Pierce Brosnan's a weenie.
I do like Daniel Craig. I was honestly gonna say, look, Pierce Brosnan is
Handsome.
Yeah, he is.
I can't buy it.
Look, we're dealing with 3 different generations of Bonds. Though you got Sean Connery, who's like old school Bond. You got Pierce Brosnan, who's kind of like sort of like a new age Bond, and then you got Daniel Craig, who's obviously the most recent current Bond. So you're dealing with like it's different. Like when you watch like a Sean Connery James Bond movie, it's just not even on the same type of like production
He's
level.
like
It's like a Pierce Brosnan or Daniel Craig.
Here's the
movie.
thing: like Pierce Brosnan, like the smooth, like
Dude,
he's soft.
He was unreal.
Oh,
Yeah,
I used to like
Brosnan,
Pierce.
bro.
I used to like Pierce.
It's like debating Batman's.
This was Bond.
Well, if we get into that,
Next episode.
Yeah.
This is Bond's course, which is kind of cool, honestly.
Hopefully, like the broadcast talks about that or something.
I think they will. They have to. I mean, it's a pretty big. Like everywhere I looked, like this popped up. Like this is a pretty big like history piece for this course.
I'm also. Can I just chime in here? The tallest and deepest bunker in the UK is at this course.
Yeah, the Himalayan bunker, dude. It's 40 feet tall.
It's
like up
7 or 8 shots for me.
We would never get out.
I think I would hit it backwards to hit it over.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
It's like a straight up a mountain, and they just like in the side of the mountain, they just put a bunker.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, it's completely unneeded. I honestly don't think a single pro would hit into it. Like it's like
Where is
no
it? Is
longer
it, like,
in the
green
way.
side? No.
No, it was like they were supposed to hit over it, which would have made it a factor. But they moved the tee
it.
box to the side, so it's like you'd
Okay.
have to hit sort of an errant shot to get into it. But if you do get into it, you are screwed.
Okay.
No,
I,
you're not.
okay. I might now be rooting for someone.
I
to
want
hit it in it.
somebody to
Okay.
hit into it 100%.
By the way, I forgot that Timothy Dalton was James Bond. He was the worst. But continue.
Oh, I forgot that too. Yeah, he's just the worst.
Literally just over everyone's head. You just forgot about.
Yeah, I did too.
Another little piece of history. Old Tom Morris. Tim, you're a big golf history guy, right?
Know
him?
Yeah. In the 3 years that I've been playing, I've really dug into the annals of golf history.
No, he was like the OG famous golf player. He shot his
Nice.
worst ever
Round
major
here.
score here. He shot 100.
Jesus.
That makes me feel really good.
Who shot 100 at the Open and just instantly withdrew.
Oh,
Said, I'm just not.
Remember in the old Tiger Woods games when you did like the career mode, you'd have to like play against him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
was
the guy
nasty.
with the baggy pants and the knee-high
Wicked
socks.
baggy pants.
really?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. He was old
That's
Englishman.
pretty good.
This course also hosts the Challenge Cup, which is a really famous amateur event and happened to be won by a young 19-year-old Jack Nicklaus who won it here.
Love that.
Also here was Jack's worst round in the major, though.
So this course is eating.
So this
The
course,
best
like,
stuff.
So is this gonna be harder than a U.S. Open? You think?
it's because the weather is way more of a factor. It's
Yeah,
right on the water.
You
It's-
still usually end up at like 8 to 12, right? Under.
like I was looking at the historical scores. This could either be like I'm pretty sure someone won it 2 over, someone like, and then there's low single digits, and then there's been minus 13s.
It's just the
14s.
wind.
It's
How bad is the wind?
How bad's the wind?
Yeah.
But don't be like, this course is like not a joke. It's the undulations. We'll get right into it. So we'll go right into this year's the 149th Open. It's playing at a par 70, 7,189 yards. Not long, but it's treacherous, very treacherous. I actually heard there's an Englishman, and that video you sent me, he was talking about it. He goes, the real teeth of this course are the hazards and the fiery pitched fairways. And I was like, oh man,
That is the most polite way to say
Yeah.
fucking horrible.
Yeah, like literally not a single flat lie on any fairway. Every green is 2-tiered, undulating, just ridiculous. If you go over the green, a lot of times you're out of bounds. Like there's a couple holes where the back of the green is just somebody's backyard.
I know you look at like even just like Googling the course, like images for like stuff I was making today. The whole thing looks like a mogul on a ski mountain.
It's exactly what it looks
just-
like.
It's just
But then there's houses right there. So like
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of out of bounds areas. The fairways are fair. They're wide. You can hit them. But like we said, if you don't hit them, you're in a lot of trouble because it's not easy to scramble on this course. Scrambling's going to be huge. Sand saves are going to be huge. And around the green is huge. And any open around the green is important. You got to be able to, because these greens are so fast, so undulating, you got to have to control the ball around the green. And the weather is actually supposed to be
shitty.
rather windy.
Nice.
Rather windy, so it's going to be a good one.
I might root for the golf course a little bit.
I'm rooting for the golf course. I think I want some U.S. Open
Yeah,
scores.
we've had a lot of like high teens, low 20s tournaments recently. I want some carnage.
I want
with that.
I
Yeah.
want them to battle.
Give me a +8 cut line.
Yeah,
I'm in.
but the weather makes me think like I'm leaning a lot of Europe guys. They got a lot of experience
Yeah.
with this.
Well, let's get into the everyone's key stats then. The pin golf course key stats. I stole that. I'm sorry.
No, that's what it's there for.
I don't do as good of a job.
You
That's
do.
okay.
Just choose promo code what?
Scramble.
Promo code Scramble
Name
at
of the
checkout
podcast.
for $25 off your Pin Golf Ace Range Finder, folks. Course key stats. I think Cam's is very simple.
Recent form. If you look like the trends for the last Open Championships, everyone that has won recently has come in great form.
Mhm.
This isn't like we just all said. This isn't like a low scoring like shootout.
This is the week to figure it out.
You need
Yeah.
not at all the week to figure it out. You got to come in dialed in on every part of your game. That is huge too, Tim.
Yeah. So there's a few things I'm looking at. One, I think like guys who are gonna play well are like the South Africans will play well here. The guys from Texas, the guys with lower piercing ball flights to get under that wind. So to the opposite note, like a Bryson who's made for American golf, who can hit it high arcing over tree lines. Like that's not what you need here.
Not at all. This is one tree.
Yeah.
Actually, there's one tree on the
That's
course.
sick.
Those are the kind of guys.
Actually, I'm gonna
looking
try
at.
to when we put out the stuff. I'm gonna try to find a picture of that one tree.
It literally is one. There's literally one tree.
Get over this, Bryson. And then other than that, obviously can't. So from my research, strokes gained around the green, this is the third highest correlated event for that. So that's obviously huge, especially where I think the sand save percentage I read was like 34%. Like these bunkers are no joke, even for pros.
No.
Having said that, if you get guys like Colin Morikawa who are just hitting every green in regulation, it doesn't come into play. But other than that, I just want guys who play well in majors. Of all the majors, you want the guys who have the stones here, who can play well when the weather gets bad and the wind. Like guys like Jordan, who's proven time and time again he can play well in these events. Patrick Reed, top 10 Tony, guys like that. But other than that, I'm with Cam. I'm all about recent form.
Yeah, this and more this tournament more so than any other tournament, recent form matters. And like, because a lot of times you can be like, that guy just missed a cut, it's okay, but like you can't be faltering on these courses. The penalties are way too vast. Like there's way too many of them.
Very severe.
They're way too strong.
No, you guys are right. I think, and I actually had written recent form / win guys before we even talked about this. So I think we're all on sort of the same page. The only other things I took into account when sort of looking at matchups and, some fringe guys as far as attributes go and where their stats are trending. I just said tee to green total.
Yeah.
I weighed that the heaviest because I said if like even the guy described, like fairway, green, you're rewarded. So I was like, anyone who can gain strokes, not that putting, not that it doesn't matter here, but I just said if you're on the deck, a par here is good. Take your pars and go home, I think.
Absolutely.
The other thing I had was, and you guys have detailed the fairway percentage. I think anyone that's spraying it off the tee, no matter how good your form is, I think, if you're spraying you're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Last one, par 3 scoring. I know you mentioned the par 3s. There's a ton of long ones.
There are a lot of long.
So I'm gonna need people to hit the deck there, like guys that can take an iron out on a tee box into some wind. Those will be favorable, especially only because there's 2 par 5s.
Yeah, there was one par 3 that was a lot like the one from Kiowa, just like 220 right into the teeth of the wind.
So like lots of mid-long irons.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
big shots.
Like, and then coming back the other way, 4 irons that are going 190.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
All right, so just like we did with the last major, we're going to do a DraftKings rundown. So we're going to go through the 11K, the 10K, and the 9K range, and then we're each going to pick 3 guys from the lesser 3 tiers. So let's start, and just like it was last time, Jon Rahm is alone in the 11K range at 11,300. Andy, your thoughts?
Okay, here's the thing. He is a smart bet, I think, as far as pure golf goes. Jon Rahm is a smart bet. For those of you at home, if you want to make one bet all week, there's one guy who's playing the best in the world. He just won a major. He understands what it's like to win. There's your smart money. For the sake of DraftKings, do I want to spend a good portion of my dough on one guy like that? And I think no. So I would pass on Jon Rahm at 11.3K. I don't know about you guys.
Cam?
For DraftKings, I'd pass on him, but if you want to, he's the best player in the world. It's not even debatable.
Yeah.
Like he should have won the Scottish Open last week.
Yep.
In the same weather, on the same style course, not as difficult, but still not easy. He was right there.
Yeah.
Right where he left off.
I agree. I'm fully out. There's no way I'm putting him in any of my lineups. It's just, but again, like, so the implied odds last time were what? He wins 1 out of every 8. And now it's
US
1 out of
Opens,
every, and now it's 1 out of every 7. Or 6.5 I've seen. Andy, I think you said 6.5.
Yeah,
too.
6.5.
Like, there's just, I can't justify that. I'm never going to pay up for that or bet that as an outright. It's just not worth it.
No. But there's a really good chance it happens.
Yeah. Okay, so that one's done. 10K range. Let's start with Rory, who's the most expensive, 10,900. Andy?
I think I'm buying in on Rory here. He's not native to the conditions, and he's also played very well. We'll say this year, having won as well. Not that he's playing his best ever. He's got a 2nd, a 4th, a 5th, a win, and then it did not play previously to last year where he missed the cut. I mean, the first 20 minutes at Royal Portrush where Shane won was an abomination out of Rory. Like, we'll never see that again.
No.
So I think I'm buying in on Rory at 10-9 out of this 10K group.
Yeah, I love Rory. If I think of the Open, I think of Rory. Growing up, even when he was like a chubby kid with curly hair, he was ripping up the Open.
Yeah.
I like him this week.
I'm not playing him. I don't hate him. His recent form's been a little bit better. I like other guys in this range. And to start, Brooksy right under him at 10,700. His major record is no
Bananas.
secret. He's like 60 strokes under everybody else since 2016 in majors. It's a joke. And he shows up for majors. I'm not even digging into the particulars of it.
I like Brooks as well this week.
He can also hit He hits a hard ball.
Yeah.
Don't like the next guy.
Don't at all.
No, DJ.
DJ. We
World's
just talked
number one
so much
somehow.
about recent form. He hasn't won since the 2020 Masters, which
This is the scary part. He's actually over his average in putting. Like, he's putting well.
What?
Everything else sucks. Yeah.
which is not good.
So he's going the other way.
Weirdly, yeah.
And he's a high ball flight kind of guy too.
Very high ball flight guy.
American. I mean, a lot of these guys who play here, it's different golf overseas.
He actually had a good Open here when he was really young.
Yeah.
But other than that, his Open history isn't all that fantastic. And that Open, I think it was the 14th or the 15th hole, he just blew it. Just double, triple bogey. Just
Also, not to mention, you strike on the importance of a good sand game. Not a guy I want hitting out of the sand.
no.
That's a good point.
So I'm out on DJ at 10-4.
Probably a guy you do want hitting out of the sand, like we talked about earlier. Xander is the last guy in the 10K range at 10,000 even. I'm in.
Oh, I'm in.
Yep, I like him.
I mean, when is he going to break through? It could easily be this week.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to win it outright, but
I don't want to be late to the Xander outright train.
I
wanna
agree.
Be here
On it.
I want to be on it. Yeah, choo choo.
because I'm a fan too.
You want to be shoveling the coals.
Yeah.
He just got married. He's like you said. He's playing for more than himself now.
Yeah.
We've seen that that's a
We've
factor.
seen that. That's
When
a
you
fact.
talk
We've seen
about-
that's a factor.
All around golfers too. I mean,
Dude, he's a machine.
it's every facet of the game. He switched away from the arm lock putter. He's back to his normal putting,
I saw that.
and he is a lights out putter. So I'm very excited about that change.
I'm
I don't
not
think
jumping
he
on the
should
train till
switch.
he was a kid.
Oh, God, the
He's
dad
got
strength.
two dogs,
Dad
dude.
strength. He's a dad dog. Doesn't
All
count.
right. 9K. The highest is Bryson.
Nope.
We're not going to talk about him. The next
No.
is Spieth.
Yep.
In.
I'm in.
Very
Big
in.
time.
I'm in.
This course is a Spieth course.
Such a.
This is a grinded out. This is a grinded out course. Not
I
long.
am in.
Yeah, this is he. If he won, I wouldn't be shocked.
ball flight around the green, putting. He's got to keep it in play. But that's I mean, he's always got to keep it in play. That's
Or
his
else
thing.
old Dr. Pervs is gonna destroy him if he doesn't. He's screwed if he doesn't.
So I think we're all consensus out on Bryson, in on Spieth. How do we feel about Justin Thomas? I am not going to play him. I'm indifferent.
He had a great Scottish Open.
Okay, so this begs the question. I'd like to entertain this. Does that count as enough recent form?
Yeah. One tournament?
No.
One?
No. And no, his recent form isn't great other than that one tournament last week.
His
But
driver.
you're not going to get JT that low often.
Yeah.
And as far as DraftKings goes, a lot of people are probably thinking like we are, like his recent form's not that great. He might not be owned that much, especially with all these other guys in the night. Like normal people are going to pick Bryson.
I mean,
Normal people will pick Bryson. Normal people will pick Spieth. JT might get overlooked.
I think the problem with Spieth is he's probably going to be. I think that Xander, Brooks, in terms of ownership, Xander might be the highest owned. Spieth might be next.
Yeah, Spieth should be the second favorite of this tournament, I believe. I think he should be 10-9.
I think
You
I
think?
agree.
I think he
do
should
agree.
be 10-9. I don't think he should be in the $9,000 range. I really don't.
What about the South African who is Louis from South Africa, right?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't make that up.
Yes.
A major killer, just a giant. In
I
majors.
love Louis this
dude,
week.
how can you not?
It's
He played. It's his only
It's
win.
just
His
time and
only
time
win is
again.
an Open Championship. It's
I
his
mean,
only win.
That's my two 9K guys. It's Louis and Jordan.
his open history isn't great. 20, 28th, 2 missed cuts, and then a second though. But like his last 3 tournaments, second, 18th, second, all at tough courses.
And this is another kind of course that suits his game. It's not long. It's all about shot shaping, which he has.
Yeah,
So does the next guy, Colin Morikawa. I like him this week.
So he obviously we know he's a great ball striker, but when he becomes an average ball striker and puts himself in positions where he has to make tougher putts and get up and down,
That's when he scares me.
I hate it. So I'm actually out because I think that he has to play his perfect golf to win this.
I'm out on Colin this week, despite me liking him almost every week. Like he's just a great player. This isn't the week that he starts missing greens or he has to start scrambling. That's where he loses. And you said there's a big scramble course.
Huge scramble course. You're right. Which the next guy, not a great scrambler, but I still love him this week. I don't know why. It goes against everything that I have.
I am OUT out on
stated.
Victor Hovland.
It's everything that I just stated wrong. But
he pounds the ball. I mean,
Smashes the
around
ball.
the green stuff has been a lot better, but like, how good can it be here?
I like Victor this week. I don't know why. I do. I really do.
I don't hate it. I'm out.
I mean, he's a guy that can shape a long shot with the best of them.
Yeah,
absolutely. And he just won his last start.
Yeah.
I mean, Spieth's the only guy that I'm personally playing in the 9K range. The last one's Hatton. He's going to get some love this week.
Prove it.
Yeah, I'm out on Tyrrell.
Tyrrell, prove it to me.
Yep.
Prove it to me that you're worthy of being in this group of golfers, because he gets a lot of hype.
Yeah.
He hasn't done a lot in a long time. He hasn't done a lot in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's in the hunt, fucking England will be
rocking. They need a dub. England needs an English
a win.
winner. They need an English winner bad.
Yeah. Okay. 8K range. So we're going to give you 3 guys each that we like. Who wants to kick it off?
I'll go.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Patrick Cantlay, number 1.
I could not be more in on Cantlay this week.
Yeah, I love Patrick Cantlay this week. Tim's lost. What do you mean?
I mean, I've been talking about this guy for fucking 12 weeks. Can't lose. Fucking.
Yeah. You were all in on him?
Until this
Tim
week.
was riding the broken down
was.
train. Me and Andy fixed the wheels.
Yeah.
Me and Andy fixed the wheels, added some coal to that fire, and now we're back on. You got him through the rough stages, and we're jumping back on when he's good.
I love Cantlay this week.
Ridiculous.
Do you not, Tim?
Of course I do, but I've loved him for weeks.
All right, and then I got Scotty Scheffler.
Might have been overreaction.
We'll probably get into him a lot later, so I'm gonna leave the explanations for Scotty out, and then it's a major. I can't not. Top 10 Tony. Playing him this week.
Okay, now we've talked. Now I'll give you mine, but last thing about Tony. I understand it's a major, but my God, is this not a course where he can have a meltdown with his wedges and his chipping and scrambling, and
it's okay.
This can't be it.
No, it's not. It won't be.
Okay. Save the best for last, so I'll go Tommy Fleetwood. Love Tommy. He's right at 8K. Take your medicine. Tommy's a guy that he's not gonna be hitting the ball 400 yards, but he can put a driver sort of where he wants to. Great approach player. Tee to green strokes is almost a full stroke right now. He's decent enough around the greens for me to be confident in that. Like, he's not horrible, but he's not the best, so I'll take him. Mm-hmm. I will also leave the Scotty Scheffler explanation for when we get there. Love Scotty. And my third guy at 8 will be Cantlay. So we already talked about that.
Love it.
Sorry, I know it's not exciting that I'm giving the same people, but
we're on.
We're not here. This portion of the show is about money. All right? It doesn't have to be exciting. No. So I got Patrick Reed, big game hunter. Yep. I mean, there's 2 guys in this, or 3 guys that I'd want with a ball anywhere around the green. It's Patrick Reed, it's Jason Day, and it's Jordan Spieth.
Okay.
Big game hunter, too. Patrick Reed is a major guy.
Does his high ball flight scare you?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, cool. So, all right.
Big time.
We'll keep going.
Yeah. I don't love the 8K range in general. I also have Patrick Cantlay, and I have reluctantly Tony Finau. I hate this range.
I love this.
I'm not playing a lot of 8K
range guy.
Yes. So I guess I'll start with that. Jason Day. I'll get into him later.
Mm-hmm.
Robert McIntyre. I will get into him later.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Brendan Grace and Alex Noren. All 4 of these guys I'm betting. So I won't give too much explanation now, but I love all 4 of these guys.
All right. Okay. I wanted to pick either Brandon Grace or Bobby Mack. So Tim, I'm glad you did that. So that frees me up. Mark Leishman, 7,700. He's been in great form. Not a long course. He's not a long hitter. Great around the greens, as we've seen multiple times. Love him in this sort of situation. I also like an old man here, Lee Westwood. Lee Westwood plays great in Open Championships.
He's losing strokes off the tee and around the green.
That's okay.
Okay.
Lee's going to play well this week. And I'm going with another South African, Christian Bezuidenhout. Love his game. Love his game.
The only thing that scares me is his driver. Other than that, he's awesome.
Yep. He's going to get on. He's going to get off. Don't worry.
I like it.
7,000 range. A guy that needs a resurgence. A guy that is cool as shit. Max Homa, 7,100.
I like that.
He can pound the ball. Is he in great form? I don't know. I mean, he's not. However, I think for 7,000, like you're getting a guy that can win. Is this going to be his major? Who knows? But I think he could go. He could play pretty well this week. Another guy I'm going with, and we'll get into him, I'm sure, is Guido.
Let's go. I was about to just do when you finished, I was going to go major public service announcement.
Yeah.
Guido's in the 7K range.
He's literally 7,100. He's gaining strokes off the tee, on approach, everywhere. His strokes gain total is 1.75 over his last. I have it as 10 tournaments here. And then the last guy I'll go with is a guy I know I've been all over since the beginning is Jason Kokrak. The Crack Man is a Texas golfer. He is gaining almost a full stroke off the tee and he's gaining half a stroke on approach for a total of almost 2 strokes on the field. He's a guy that hits greens in regulation and hits fairways in regulation. That's pretty much my only pitch there, and I think he can combat the win. So those are my 7K guys.
Okay. All right, 6K. This is where you're not looking for winners. You're looking
value.
for guys. Exactly. Charlie Hoffman.
Fucking love the seagull.
Not the trash man. I didn't know that his nickname was the seagull.
Yeah.
That makes me upset.
The trash bird.
Such a missed opportunity.
The trash bird.
Charlie Hoffman, he's got a fairly good history at Opens, and it's no secret how he's been playing this year. Matt Jones.
Love Matt Jones this week.
He was the outright leader at Kiowa for 9 holes at 5 under, and he blew up. I had an outright on him, and we're back to the well. Great around the green player. He's from Europe. Matt Jones. Australia.
No.
One of the two.
Australia.
Yeah. Not in Europe. Taylor Gooch is the last guy. So
boys with Homa.
He hasn't finished outside the top, I think it's 40 in a few weeks. He's playing pretty good. There's not a lot of open data for him. His ball flight's a little scary, but for this range, I think he could make the cut. I don't think he sniffs like top 20 or anything, but
yeah, I'm in
Taylor
on that.
Gooch.
Cam, I'll let you figure this out. I see you viciously scrolling over here.
No, I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
I got it. All right, I'm just going to go quick. Matthias Schwab. My guy.
Just don't know who that is.
No idea.
He's number 12 on the European Ryder Cup team. If he gets a high ranking here, he can qualify for the Ryder Cup.
Okay.
And he's got 5 top 10s on the European Tour already this year with an 11th and 2 top 20s.
Schwab?
Love him. Yep.
Like Stump the Schwab.
Yep, like Stump the Schwab.
Right.
I'm going to go with Keith Mitchell. I know it's not the prettiest of picks, but
when they called him Kevin Mitchell.
Yeah. He seems like a Kevin Mitchell, but he's not. And then I'm gonna go with oh my god, now his name is right out of my head. Joel Damon.
Joel Damon. Wow.
Okay. I'm gonna go into the depths of the 6,000s here. Okay, like we're talking low for whatever reason, and it's Sam Burns. 6,300.
Mispriced.
Yeah, he's so low. I can't
Don't know why that's so. We gave it a little bit. Definitely not correctly priced. A good value there if you're still looking to offload a last guy. Another guy I have sort of on my radar. Like I wanted to bet him a couple of ways this week, but I couldn't bring myself to do it because he has scorned us in the past. But Kevin Streelman at 6,800 there. No, not into him.
I just think he's boring.
I know, but like. Playing pretty good golf, gaining strokes in the right areas. That's a nice play there. And I'm going to go back to the local guy, Keegan Bradley. Keegan at 6,800 as well. He is gaining strokes in every single category except for putting, but that's minus like 0.1, so that's negligible. He's gaining strokes everywhere. And his fairway percentage, fairly good. Middle of the road, 65% there. And his greens and reg is real good at 67.
That's wonderful.
Awesome. So
he scored really well on all my models.
There's value down in the 6s. Don't panic, folks.
Oh, there's definitely value.
All right, who wants to kick them off? Okay, big cards this week. What do we got? Small cards, big cards.
Big.
I think I got a big one.
And I'm gonna add more for sure.
Okay,
14.
That's low. I think I got
1,
like
2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, this guy.
All right, did we
It's finalist taxes.
did anyone fall into the trap again this week with top 10s?
No.
Okay, well I got 3.
Let's start with outrights.
Outrights.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I also have 3 of those.
Let's hear 'em. What do you got? Who's your first one?
The first one is no secret. Xander Schauffele. 15-1.
Me too.
Okay, so that's a nice little one. Half a unit on these guys. I almost did a full unit on Xander. That would be kind of nice. Can't say anything bad about his game at this point. He's playing really well. And, like Tim said, one of these is his week, dude. And it could be this one. My next outright is Scotty Scheffler, 36-1. I'll take that for half a unit. That would be a nice one.
I like it.
A guy that just played pretty well for, let's say 3 out of 4 days, 2.5 out of 4 days there at the Scottish Open. A guy that can pound the ball low. He's a Texas golfer. Putter is kind of negligible again, but he's a guy that finds greens and he finds fairways when he's playing well. When he is not playing well is what I will caution. He is bad. It is not good. And he misses greens. If he starts missing greens on Thursday, you can go back and be like, Andy's an idiot. And he is. My last outright is Jordan Spieth. You could say it's with your heart, but I think there's a little bit more to it this week. I love betting him, obviously, but I think, he's a guy that just needs to hit fairways, and his irons and putter and wedges will do the rest.
Yeah. I agree. I'll go next. I just have Jordan and Xander. So I have Jordan at 14-1 and Xander at 18-1.
You got good Xander numbers.
Yeah, I did.
Damn.
It's all about the big guns this week for me, which is contrary to what I'd normally do with my outrights. It's with the wind. This is a major. I want high caliber players, like I said. So I'm just gonna take one of the. I'm gonna take both of them for 1 unit each.
Oh, okay. 1 units. I got 4. And I might add some, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I am the outright king. No, that's just obnoxious.
We do have
No. You can.
What is it? 3 through
4.
13
You
weeks? 4
through
through
4
13 weeks?
through. This will be episode. Yeah. I mean, every third week he's hitting an outright here, and that's enough to pay the bills.
It is enough to pay the bills. To start off, I have Spieth as well.
Okay.
Because
God damn it, that's a consensus.
I know. I had to. You have to 20-1 for Jordan Spieth.
You got him at 20.
You got him at 20?
Yeah, DraftKings. Yeah.
Oh,
20-1, ridiculous. And then I got Lee Westwood. This is just a feel play for me. 45-1.
yeah. I am just.
What a good story.
Hey, he won enough. Cam won enough money last week where he could afford to throw a couple of these out.
Okay, Justin literally was. I was sitting with Justin the other day, and he was like, "You have enough money to just splash around some outrights." I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do that. Like, let's go." So Lee Westwood, 45-1.
He just needs one more to hit, and you'll make enough units for all year.
Yeah, absolutely. Then I got Brendan Grace, 70-1. Unbelievable recent form. Great on link style courses. Good open finishes. I love him this week. And then last but not least, I mean, you guys can take a guess.
Guido
Migliozzi. Guido
This guy.
Migliozzi, 150-1. What does he have to do?
in on that? Can I get in on that bet with you?
What are you gonna do?
If I pay you like $5, can I get some
Yeah,
of
you
that?
can have some of that action. Why not? I'll share the units around.
I want none of that.
I'm gonna do a full.
No.
I'm gonna do a hat. Tim.
Here's what we do. If Guido wins and you hit that outright, we're doing pizza next episode. We have some pizza in the studio. We do some pizza.
I'm not betting Guido outright.
All right.
How's that sound?
Until he wins.
Cam's buying us pizzas because that'll be a lot of
paycheck.
units.
Let's just. You know what? Let's just do the podcast from the North End.
That would be
do that too.
sweet. Can we
Forza,
Justin?
dude.
Sick, yeah.
Italy won the
Let's do
Euros. Italy's about to win
How
the
mobile
Open in England.
is this stuff?
I don't.
So realistically, the only thing you need
Is
to
the
actually
board, right?
record are the mics and the board. You can record directly. You can do a show right into
We're
this.
doing this from if Guido wins.
What's a good place with a good espresso martini?
Trattoria.
Go to
That's
Panino.
just restaurant.
Go to
That's all
Brico.
of them.
Huh?
Trattoria's just restaurant.
go to Brico?
I mean,
Yes.
Trattoria. What's it
Il
called?
Panino,
Come on.
yeah.
El Panino.
Il
El
There's
Panino.
so many good places.
El Panino.
Luca, Strega. What do you want to go?
Luca.
Brico.
Strega,
Talking Brico. Yeah. Let's
we
go.
should do it from Stanza, the cigar bar.
Oh, Stanza di
Oh,
Cigari.
that'd be kinda-
I'll edit
yeah.
that up.
That'd be
All
kinda
If Guido
sick.
wins,
Okay.
though, the North End will be buzzing.
Pop it. Okay.
Should have seen it after the World Cup.
I know you think it's the
Euros.
Euros. We're
Euros.
close. It's
not a soccer guy.
Tim, it's gonna be the same thing. The Italians went to England and stole the European Championship. Guido's gonna fly to Sandwich, England, and rip the souls out of every Englishman.
It's
that's
gonna be
watching
gabagool flying from the clouds.
Okay, and I know it's a
I love
joke,
it.
but like Guido's actually nasty.
No, he's nasty.
He is good.
And his ball, like he hits low, piercing shots. He's great around the greens. He has 150 to 1. He's finally not in the $6,000 range for DraftKings. He's finally getting some sort of respect.
They're waking up.
What's
bumped
the
up to
just
si-
for the listeners? Like, what's the one part of his game though that you are like not the most confident in? Because I feel like we pump him up, but everybody has their
off the tee.
Yeah. Okay.
Off the tee, but he can shot shape very well, but he doesn't hit it as far. So I'm maybe these hazards could be in a little bit of play for him, but I around the greens and putting, he's like electric.
Yeah.
So if he just gets on there, he's got a chance.
Short game guy.
Yeah.
He's a big short game guy.
I like it.
So those are my all rights.
Beautiful.
150
So
to
we
1.
have no top
150 to 1.
no top tens.
No, I do. I mean, I do every time. But last week, I mean, I wasn't on the last podcast, but I nailed the Kevin Kisner plus 400 top 10.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so that felt good. So,
So nail another
so
one.
this gives me confidence. I got 3, and they're all big names, which aligns with the theme here.
Yes.
I got Xander plus 135, Patrick Cantlay, no respect, plus 230 top 10. That may need to be.
That piqued Tim's interest.
And Rory plus 145. I think the Rory one is just the most no-brainer, I thought.
Given
Yeah.
his open history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Those
Yeah.
are my 3. just need to go 2-1 there
Yeah.
and you make your money.
Yeah.
How about-
more?
Yeah.
All you got to do is hit
33?
Cantlay.
That's right, yeah.
Just hit Cantlay and you're fine. Any top 20s?
I got top 20s. I got
have
2 of
top
them.
20s.
Do you want me to go first?
Yep.
Brendan Grace. 250 plus 250. Robert McIntyre plus 250.
I love that you're on the Bobby
Bobby
Mack
Mack
train.
is good.
Bobby Mack
I have
was
him
an
in a
outright
matchup.
for me, but I scaled it back.
What happened?
He's probably going to be the outright that I had.
Yeah.
What happened to him a couple weeks ago? Didn't he miss a few cut? Didn't he miss a cut? Or
He missed a cut,
Yeah.
but he just played real well at the Scottish Open.
Okay,
And he's from Scotland. He was born and raised on links courses playing in the wind.
I like his style. I like just watching him play.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
He can
Justin's on
bomb
his
it a little
phone.
bit too.
Yeah, he can. Which I kind of wish I was on that train too. I didn't take Bobby Mack at all this week, but I'm excited to watch him
Yeah.
play. Cam, do you have no top 20s?
I have 2.
Oh, go ahead.
Victor Hovland, plus 105.
See, okay. You know,
Okay. Say what you want.
no. I want to hear what you have to say about it.
He's going to win a major. Without question, in his career, he's going to win a major.
Okay.
I
He's
think
got
it's
about 40 more years.
I was gonna say, I think it's like a PGA or a Masters, but yeah.
He's going to win a major. He just won in Europe. He played well on the Challenge Tour getting up. He's played well on the European Tour.
That's true.
Where was
top
that win?
20.
Was
Oh,
that
yeah, he had a
on
win
that-
like 3 weeks
He had
ago.
a
Germany,
win.
didn't
he?
Was
Yeah.
that a Lynx or was that no?
It was Parkland.
Okay.
But he's
all right.
his game is on.
All right, who's your other one?
Xander, minus
That,
150.
I mean, that's just
So we're very involved in Xander Schauffele.
we like Xander
Yeah.
and we like Jordan.
I don't have him outright like you guys, but I have him
right.
placing well, for sure.
Okay, I have a bunch of top 20s. Guido plus 400.
check.
I don't
Check.
know. That to me, I debated just doing a half unit on it, but I'm like, the guy could play very well here.
Yeah.
And that'll make your money for a bunch of losses that I'm sure I will have. Abe Answer plus 215. I don't know if we haven't talked about Abe at all this week, which is
No.
weird. I don't know, Tim.
He is absolutely atrocious out of the sand, which is the only reason
So-
I didn't. He's literally one of the worst players in the field.
But
out of the sand.
Oh yeah, I saw that when I was placing my bet.
I don't know. I couldn't. I mean, he's 65 to 1. I'll bet on him for sure. I bet on him every week. It's not gonna be on my card.
Okay.
I don't know. I think he has one open and he has a missed cut. This is not his style of golf. He's better suited for American courses, like most of these guys. But
Yeah. All right.
yeah, I'm nah.
I got Jason Kokrak plus 280, top 20. Scotty Scheffler plus 125, and Jordan Spieth minus 145.
Okay.
I like it.
So those are that's my safe Jordan. Hey, you don't win, but getting my top 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So Cam, do you have like 12 top 40s?
I have top 30s and top 40s.
Top 30.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah,
Where's that from the
DraftKings.
clouds?
DraftKings introduced the top 30 bets.
Hedge better should have top 30s.
So I got
We're gonna have top
I got
3s, 4s,
Yeah.
5s.
I got 4
literally
top 30s.
predict the finish.
I like the top 30 bet. I was like looking at it. I'm like, okay.
Makes me feel
Because I feel like when you lose a top 20 bet, the guy finishes like 25th.
But that's the thing. That's one stroke. So 30 makes me feel pretty.
Dude, what if this course plays tough and you got everybody within like 4 strokes?
So it'll be like T1, T4, T8, T18, T45.
45, yeah.
I took all positive odds, guys. I didn't
okay.
take.
All right,
I, I have Sugar Shane plus 105, top 30. Love that.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, plus money. Shane Lowry was plus money for top 30. Love
I'm
that.
out on him, actually.
He's not going to win, but
No, top 30
he'll
is fine.
be okay. Yeah.
I got Brian Harmon plus 225. Bold, no,
dog.
this
My dog.
short course around the greens, top 30.
Brando got it this week.
Abe Answer plus 115 and Tony Finau plus 115. This was strictly me playing Tony is a top 10 major guy. His game's a little bit off. I scaled it back to
up.
top
Yeah,
30.
Yeah.
And it's still plus money.
Putting's improving.
It's still plus money. And then I have top 40s. You guys not?
No.
All right, I have a bunch of top 40s. All right. Guido plus 225.
Dude,
Two
what?
free units. 2 free units. This happen every week. Bobby Mack
Hey,
minus
at
110.
DraftKings, you're making a mistake.
You're making a mistake, DraftKings. I have been exploiting you. Exploiting.
Bobby Mack?
Bobby Mack minus 110. Brandon Grace minus 110. Mark Leishman minus 110. I got Gary Woodland plus 225.
I almost bet him at outright.
Okay. I feel like we've bet on Gary for the last few weeks, and he has just let us down.
I'm going back to the train.
50 to 1 is ridiculous.
Low ball flight.
Guido is getting disrespected because Guido's 150. He should be higher than Gary Woodland.
We do also have to remember that Guido has played like 4 events.
Shh.
Ever.
Doesn't matter.
There's a small sample size here.
And I have one more top 40. It's Marcus Armitage plus 500.
Who is this guy?
Couldn't tell
How
you
do
the
you
first
come up
thing
with these
about
names?
Marcus.
Huh?
He usually has one a week, though. That you're like
Me? I go
yeah.
deep for
Yeah,
one. I go
yeah.
deep for 1 or 2 a week.
Yeah.
And he's the guy who qualified for the last US Open spot.
How do you find these guys? That's
Huh?
my question.
I dive deep into the European Tour website.
This guy knows his stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, clearly knows his
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Hey, I mean,
Plus 500.
Oh, Daly's playing?
Plus 500.
John Daly's in the field. Did you get a cart?
All right, so those are all my top 40s. I actually really like Marcus Armitage at plus 500. I genuinely really
All
love
right.
that bet.
There we go. Peter, what's his name? Marcus?
Marcus Armitage.
Marcus Armitage.
He's an ugly motherfucker, but he can go.
I hope that's on my tombstone.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Andy Rodentino, an ugly motherfucker, but he could golf.
Does anyone have props before we do matchups?
Yeah, I have one prop.
What is it? What-
2-shot win margin, plus 375.
I also have one prop.
What is it?
Top English player, Lee Westwood, 8-1.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate that. I mean,
It took me a second to think about it, but
Here, let me read you. Let me read you the.
do you have any?
I don't have any props. I have one prop, but it's my lock.
Which is just so funny looking at this thing on the sheet.
Hey, I mean, I hit a little slump with the locks, but
No, you're new here. One time, Tim put his lock of the week at a minus 500 Jordan Spieth to make the cut, and Jordan made it by 1 stroke.
it was very stressful.
He was panicking via text. It was very funny.
Well, because I'm getting texts like, dude, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I missed this cut.
Oh, he bogeyed like 16 or something, and I think Tim had a full on meltdown. He's like,
He had a
on the line,
4-foot par putt on 18 to like secure the cut, and he just
and he missed it.
by like 6 feet.
And Tim
Best putter in the world.
Tim put 10 units to win 2, so that would have been tough.
Newsflash for those keeping count.
Nailed it though.
Lock, never a doubt.
I actually really like this English Brett. This only Matt Fitzpatrick and Tommy Fleetwood scare me for Lee Westwood.
Well, that's a big scare though.
I think Rory
8-1 though. I like that.
He's not in the.
Rory's
This is
Ireland.
only from
Oh,
England.
he's
only from England.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
If you move it to that, Lee's 11-1.
Oh, okay. Matchups. Go, Tim.
I'm playing like the fade game here.
Wait, I am
Some
too.
of these might be shocking.
I have 2 guys I faded. 4 out of my fucking 8 bets.
I have 3 guys I faded for 8. Yeah. So I have Cantlay over Bryson,
Oh, me too.
minus 110.
that.
I have Finau over Bryson, even. Bryson, pack your bags, buddy.
You're going home.
Pack your bags, buddy.
Short
It's gonna
trip.
be a short trip.
Short trip over the pond.
Alex Noren, who I really like this week, over Cam Smith. Alex Noren has 3 top 20s in his opens.
That guy's pre-shot routine is absurd.
Absurd. Yeah, it looks like he's like having like a back problem.
He's like pulling a rope down.
Yeah.
He's like,
I genuinely didn't know what to do with Cam Smith this week because his around the green game is just
Awful.
No, it's not.
Awful.
No,
it's not good.
I know.
Okay, carry on. I disagree. I might take the opposite of that.
No,
bet
you're right. I'm
to-
just
didn't
messing with
touch
you. I have Louis over Dustin Johnson. I have Spieth over Dustin Johnson. I don't think Dustin's going to play well this week. Even for Louis, minus 130 for Spieth.
Okay.
I have Tommy Fleetwood over Ian Poulter. Tommy's rounding back into form. We talked about Tommy a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Ian scared me too. Is he playing well?
Yeah.
He was playing well for a few weeks there. I don't know what he did last week.
No, you had like
T2.
No, you had like
T2.
He was T2 or T3. He was like up. He was
Poulter was
tied
up
for
there,
first.
yeah.
All right. I got Bobby Mack over Willie Z.
Oh, me too.
Let's
go.
Obviously, I'm big on Bobby. I've already talked about it. That's minus 120.
I also think Willie Z.
Also
like,
very out on Willie Z.
I think
He's
his
one of my
reign
faves.
of terror is over.
Yeah.
Very much over.
Well, he's a young guy. I mean, he's going to hit slumps. I'd have fun at the Open Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
True.
Yikes.
Make the cut. Make a little money.
This is where I think I'm going to get a little bit of flack. I have Brooks, Xander, and Spieth all over John Rahm.
Wow.
That is ballsy.
That is really
All
ballsy.
plus money. Xander is plus 145. Brooks is plus 130.
The Brooks is I'm okay with. The Brooks over Rahm I'm okay with.
I don't know.
Rahm is gonna come out hungry.
I don't
He's
necessarily
nasty.
He's so
have
good.
a statistical.
He's a nasty perro.
He is. Don't be nasty.
Don't be. That's you did pretty good. Yeah, these round prices are outrageous.
That's
They
the thing.
are.
Hard to find the value.
And you're telling me that the disparity between John Rahm and Brooks Koepka justifies those odds? Or John Rahm and Xander? I'm not buying it. Sorry.
Okay.
Not buying it. You might be the world's number one, but the difference between those two is not as high as those odds imply. And then Jordan Spieth's been the best player in the world this year. Newsflash.
Yeah. People forget.
Yeah.
No, John Rahm.
No, he's
It's been John
statistically
Rahm.
been.
It's been John
No,
Rahm.
Jordan Spieth statistically from a strokes gained.
John Rahm is gonna
Point of
bend him
view.
over.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
What's going on?
You knew you were getting flack.
Actually, no, I don't hate those, but
No,
I'm just not in on them.
I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did I say Spieth over Dustin? I think I already did.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are my matchups, all for a unit. Every bet I place this week is for a unit. It's major week.
Ooh, even the outrights.
Even the outrights.
Ooh.
One. Uno.
I got
How many-
enough. I got enough units to throw around.
How many? Yeah, you sure
The
do.
unit guy over here.
Can I
He's got-
borrow some units?
Open up a unit bank. He's giving out unit loans.
Units
well.
don't grow on trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some.
There's some they do. How many matchups do you have?
6.
All right, I have a bunch, so we'll let you
I'll
go last.
first. Oh yeah, I'll
No,
go last.
no, because you're hot. So let me
All right,
you
fine.
save the best for last. John Rahm minus 1.5 over DJ, minus 140.
What?
Yep.
Okay.
See, do you understand from an odds perspective why I'm thinking?
I couldn't.
No,
do,
that makes total sense. I can't believe it's minus 140 for him.
Yeah.
Minus 1.5 shots.
He's
Brooks.
not-
Although DJ is not making the cuts.
DJ's not even coming close.
Yeah, that's true.
Brooks over DJ minus 130. Tommy Fleetwood over Terrell Hatton plus 115.
Ooh.
We have Patrick Cantlay over Patrick Reed for even money. I don't know how. See, I'm out on Patrick Reed. I don't think the wind, the weather.
That would be a no bet for me. I like them both.
Scotty Scheffler over Patrick Reed plus 130.
I like that.
I don't, but yeah.
And Ryan Palmer over Stu Sink minus 115.
You're gonna bet against Stu? This is the year of Stu.
Dude, Ryan Palmer played fantastic last
Yeah,
night.
he
like
did.
Ryan Palmer
This
a
is a
lot.
Ryan Palmer
Yeah, it
course.
is, dude. Just hit your fairway, hit your green, dude. Nothing special.
Yep.
I also have Guido over Eric Van Rooyen.
Oh, he's gonna murder him.
Minus
EVR.
120. Dude,
kill
are you
him.
kidding me? EVR is
kill
not
him.
going to make the cut.
He's gonna kill him.
I will never get over EVR's meltdown at the Masters,
Dude.
where he lost
And
me.
you know what sucks? Because I love Eric Van Rooyen's style. He's a Grayson guy. Everything he wears is swaggy, but he
Yeah.
just can't do it.
Yeah, he's also a nice guy, but
Oh, yeah. And my last matchup is Jordan over JT.
Ooh,
like that.
Even
friend
money.
bet.
Even my friend bet. Had to make one.
Friend
Even
bet.
money.
I like
how
that.
is Jordan not the favorite in that bet?
JT
I know.
Slightly.
Strictly because of
JT's like
last
minus
week.
110. Yeah, I think that's why.
Strictly because of his last week.
I'll take the free money. Thanks.
All right. I got Matt Wallace over Brendan Todd. Tim.
So don't I now.
Brendan Todd is.
I can't believe that was who they put Matt Wallace against in my match. It was -120.
Brendan Todd is
Brendan
capital
Todd.
B, capital Oring.
Yes.
Boring.
Matt Wallace over Brendan Todd. Love that.
What is that?
-120.
-120.
Patrick Cantlay over Bryson DeChambeau. -110.
Yep.
I got Tony Finau over Webb Simpson. -130. Webb Simpson.
I think Webb.
We've talked about
Webb's
you.
struggling, and
He's
this
struggling
ain't
a
it for
lot.
him.
This is not that this is not the place to find your game. Tony over Webb -130. I also picked on Patrick Reed a little bit, but you guys are just gonna hate this. Victor Hovland over Patrick Reed -120.
The Vic love, man.
We got Bobby Mack over Willie Z, like you.
Smart.
Love that. I
Smart.
don't like Willie Z this week. And then this one was based off of the Instagram that Andy sent me. Billy Horschel over Kevin Streelman.
Dude, okay, I might make a Billy Horschel bet too. Did anyone see it? He's got a West Ham golf bag.
It's sick.
Fresh looking.
Yeah, and Billy is going to play well this week.
The hammers? Come on.
Yeah, he's going to be hammering it all over the place into the hole.
He is the American Psycho.
He is nuts.
He's ready to come wreak havoc. He's going to be Goldfinger. He's Goldfinger.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
He's Goldfinger to James's Bond.
All right, Timmy memes. Cook that meme up for later, will you?
I will.
Just put a picture of Billy Horschel on Goldfinger.
Yeah, hey, we need a bunch of memes out of you. I feel like
I have some.
I
in
need
the
your
tank.
face on Tim Bryson's caddy.
Oh yeah.
I need
That I will not be creating that myself.
It's so. Yeah, there we go.
There we go,
There's the bag, the West Ham bag. Thanks, fresh.
It's nasty.
It is a sick bag.
It's
It reminds me sort of what he did that video of the. I just correlated it naturally to the business card scene in American Psycho.
Yeah. That's what it's like. All right. We have any jacket picks for the people?
We
I
do.
think we have 3 of them. I'll go last.
I can go first. Folks, it's a jacket pick. You're only getting this on the podcast. Thanks for sticking around this long. We love you guys. My jacket pick of the week is a South African man who is in the hunt every single major, and he's a guy that I root for because I want him to win one, and he will win one, maybe, because this isn't in America. We talked about him winning in America.
It's a big thing.
Let's make note of that. Louis Oosthuizen, top 20, -125.
Sorry. What? This is your jacket pick?
Did you just... Look, he's looking up the odds right now.
No, I'm not.
He's freaking out.
I'm not
So
looking up the
Cam's jacket pick is.
No, don't give me my jacket pick.
Why?
You go.
Oh,
You want to go last?
Yeah, I kinda want
You want to go last? All right, fine. Matthias Schwab, top 40, +330. You know I go deep. I got Marcus Armitage and I got Matthias Schwab.
This guy's got stones. I'll tell you that.
Hey, this will come. This is for 3 units here. This is for three units here.
I mean, what, 3, 4... You make 6 units on the jackets this week.
He, like I said earlier, 12th in the European Ryder Cup standings. He's got 5 top 10s. He's got good links experience. He's played great all year. He's sort of like a Ryan Palmer kind of non-anything.
Eating potatoes.
I like the comp.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Tim.
Bryson to miss the cut is my luck. +225. And for those at home who are like, wow, this guy's a absolute asshole. Why would he make that his lock pick? Look at my record, bro. It's real nice.
The jacket locks are real.
The jackets are real. Besides the Steven Yeager BMW pick that I made the other week, which was really bad.
That was when you were just trying to be cool.
Well, that was classic Icarus.
Oh,
that was you flew
Flying
across the-
way too close to the sun.
also, I made 2 LPGA bets before I
Winners.
nailed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys were out. You killed it.
I love watching the women golf, man. They're nasty.
They are good.
They're
Dude, the
very good.
Olympic women's golf will be sick. The Corda sisters.
I actually did want to touch on the Olympic.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I think we all have to go heavy South Korean. These guys are playing for much more than
Freedom.
everybody else.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
Playing
go
for
into
freedom.
the military.
yeah. I mean, that's why we lost Siwoo Kim for a while.
Yeah.
And Sungjae.
And Sungjae.
I mean, these guys,
Did
they're playing for a lot.
Did Heung-min Son also have to do it on Tottenham? Did he already leave for his?
He
or is he still
probably did.
delaying it?
I'm not sure.
Because what if they? I don't know if they've won.
It's a window, right? It's like 18 to 20 something you have to do it in.
But I think if you're a pro athlete, you can
If you win,
yeah. But what does he
You can
want?
delay it.
nothing.
The only way to exempt you is a gold medal in the Olympics.
That's it. I thought it was if you win the
What
Champions League or
badasses
something.
South
Yeah.
Koreans are. The only way you're getting out of this is if you win a world gold medal.
Yeah. No, they're not fucking around.
Do you know who's also nasty at women's golf is South Korea. they're going to be gross.
I got some good athletes.
Dude.
Do they have to serve? Stupid question, but
yeah, it's everyone. In one form or another. It might not be like literally like go
Front
shoot
lines,
people, but yeah, it's like someone you are on active duty.
Oh
There's
my
no
God.
way they put them in harm's way.
Probably not if you're an athlete.
Not that there's
no.
like a war going on over there, but
yeah.
No, I was
they're not
just
at the
curious.
North Korean border.
No, the Olympics will be sweet, and the Olympics are in 2 weeks. Olympic golf is in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That'll be a cool little show.
Yeah. We'll
Well,
definitely
you know,
do some picks next week.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool. Anything else you guys
That's
got? I mean, did we hit on everything? Producer Jay?
I'm good.
Who's gonna
you guys
win?
hit on everything. I have no clue who's gonna win.
I do
Absolutely no
usually
clue.
like Justin's text on like Saturday afternoon. He's like, if you guys could pick someone to win, who would
Yeah.
it be?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Whenever I'm with people, they're like, "Who do your golf guys got to win today?" And I'm like, "All right, let me just double check." So
Well, folks, we appreciate you guys listening to the show. We say this every week, but actually, we're locking down a Corn Ferry guy for the next few weeks. His schedule is hectic, as you all know, because they don't know where they're going to be.
What a life. I
every
can't wait to
week.
talk to him about
I know, it's going to be exciting. I have a friend who's also been to PGA school, and that caddies down in South Carolina. I was just down in South Carolina for the 4th. What a lovely place. I think I might be moving. Let's see.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Should we mention we're playing in a tournament. We're recording the night before a big tournament for the boys next week.
That's right. Spirits will be high.
Yes.
We should also maybe just like
Figuratively and
throw out some props like for our play.
Yeah.
Like hedge better versus the people versus hedge better, and we are hedge better in this case. I mean, we could say, what do you think our winning score will be? I'm in to throw some cash around and bet against the listeners.
you can do it. You can definitely do it.
I'm in. And also we have the pool. You already mentioned
Yep.
that.
So the pool is up. It's live. I'll share it again tomorrow with well, you guys are already in it. If it's Wednesday, you're listening. I'll share it again right before. So 4 a.m. is the cutoff.
Yeah, don't forget.
Do not forget. It seems early. 4 a.m. That's because they're playing across the pond, fellas. I think that will do it for our episode on the Open Championship. Tweet us, Instagram DM us. Tell us what you want to hear for next week. Once we confirm the guest, we will put out a little poll that says, hey, if you have any questions you want to ask them, we'll compile that up. Other than that, we're super excited. Go to Pin Golf and use promo code Scramble. Go to Surf and Turf Golf to pick up all of their gear. That'll do it for Andy, Cam, Tim, producer Jay. Fellas, take me out.
Later, boys.
Bye-bye.